Belgium Verviers plot aimed to kill police. Belgian police are on high alert following Thursday's raid. A suspected jihadist group targeted in a major anti-terror raid on Thursday had been planning to kill policemen in the street and at police stations. Belgian prosecutors say the planned attacks were imminent. They said, adding that 2 suspects shot dead in Verviers during the raid were still being identified. 13 suspects have been arrested, while 2 more were arrested in France. Belgium's government has announced tough new measures to tackle terrorism. Belgian officials say 350 people have left Belgium to fight with Islamic militant groups in Syria and Iraq. Among European countries, Belgium is thought to have the highest number of citizens per capita who have gone to fight in Syria. The suspects shot dead on Thursday had returned from the country, police said. They had shot at police for several minutes before being killed. Prosecutors added, the terror threat level in Belgium has been raised to 3, the second highest. Some Jewish schools in and Brussels were closed on Friday after they were informed that they could be potential targets, Belgian newspaper Jude's Actueel reported. In other developments in Europe, French police said 12 suspects were being held over possible logistical support given to the gunman behind the Paris attacks. The Gare de Lyon train station in Paris was evacuated for an hour on Friday morning following a bomb threat. German police arrested 2 men. Following the comments on a group suspected of planning an attack in Syria. Intent to kill. Amateur video filmed by Frederick Hausman showed the raid in progress. The operation was meant to dismantle the terrorist cell, but also the logistics network behind it, he said. Prime Minister Charles Michel urged the public not to panic. Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel thanked the French authorities for detaining the suspects in France. He told the public there was no need to panic, and that his government would take measures to ensure the safety of civilians. Schools closed. The government said it would strengthen its anti-terror legislation and policies. New measures would include making traveling abroad for terrorist activists punishable by law, expanding cases where Belgian citizenship can be revoked for dual nationals for those thought to pose a terror risk, calling in the army to boost security when necessary, freezing the assets of those financing terrorism measures. To tackle radicalization in prison, Jill D. Kirchhoff, a counter-terrorism coordinator for the EU, told the BBC he was not surprised there were plans for attacks in Belgium because the country had suffered in a wave from the high number of people going to Syria and Iraq to fight. Map analysis. Duncan Crawford, BBC News. Brussels officials in Belgium are well aware of the threat posed by jihadists. In May last year, 4 people were gunned down at the Jewish Museum in Brussels. Mehdi Nahmouchi, a 29-year-old Frenchman who returned from Syria, is due to stand trial for the attack. The country's largest ever terror case is due to conclude in and work next month. More than 40 members of the now disbanded group, Sharia for Belgium, are accused of recruiting and radicalizing dozens of young men to fight in Syria. Officials say up to 350 Belgian citizens have traveled to Syria and Iraq. The Belgian security services fear radicalized fighters could return home to launch a terror attack. The government says it will toughen up anti-terror laws, but officials acknowledge it's impossible to prevent all attacks. Grey lines no link had been established with last week's attacks in Paris. Mr. Van der Sijpen said, adding that Belgium would seek the extradition of the 2 suspects in France. I can't confirm that we started this investigation before the attacks in Paris, he said. Last week, a gunman in Paris attacked the offices of satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo, the kosher supermarket, and police officers, killing 17 people in the French capital. However, he added that he could not confirm that everyone in the jihadist group had been arrested. Protective measures would be put in place at police buildings, he said. Munitions and explosives, as well as police uniforms and a large amount of money, were seized during the overnight raids. Prosecutor Thierry Words told reporters. Dirk van der Sijpen, another spokesman, added, the investigation has shown that these people had the intention to kill several policemen in the street and at police commissariats, police stations.